Hi, everybody. Welcome to Diamond Secrets Revealed, our need for diamonds, live with Gemology Jen. Gemology Jen. So I know that most of us are doing a lot of Zoom, networking, maybe talking to your friends and family over Zoom, or maybe doing lives like this on social platforms, or your reels on Instagram or IGTV or something like that. So we're all online, right? And a lot of it is just showing our upper body. So maybe you're not dressing up so much every day. So I know for me, I just put on a nice top to do these lives. So you guys like my shirt to do these lives, but I do make sure I put on my jewelry when I'm on Zoom or these lives. And the reason why is part of what we'll talk about today, our need as human beings for diamonds and diamond jewelry. So you may be skeptical and wondering how my jewelry helped me just by wearing them. Well, think of how you feel when you wear your diamonds or other jewelry. You feel more beautiful. You feel special. It boosts your self-esteem and your confidence. So we all need to feel this every single day to stay happy and positive, which really boosts your energy and your health. So that's why today we'll explore the history of why jewelry is so symbolic and how these needs affect you. So let's talk about why we absolutely need jewelry in our lives. So this starts by understanding what our human needs are. So what are human needs? I'm going to show you. This is Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and this is a pyramid that they use in psychology, and it's broken down into categories that humans need to fulfill in order to be satisfied, to live a happy, great life, to protect yourself, and to ultimately feel fulfilled. So we all want that. We're all striving for that fulfillment inside of our bodies so that we have a happy life, right? So the first two needs are the basic human needs, and this psychology needs are water, food, warmth. Then the next two psychological needs are security and are to feel safe and secure. Sorry, and after that is love and belonging, which is the need for intimate relationships and friends. Then there's self-esteem needs like prestige or status and feelings of accomplishment. So the last level is self-fulfillment needs, which is the highest level. And this is the need for self-actualization. So to achieve your full potential in life, and this is what we're all striving for in our life's journey, right? We all need to have that purpose in our life. So what exactly does jewelry fit? Where exactly does jewelry fit into this pyramid? Well, according to studies, gemstones and jewelry lie within the psychological tiers of love and belonging and self-esteem and status. So you may be asking, how does this need for jewelry come from? Where did this need for jewelry come from? Well, the earliest use of jewelry was used as a symbolic gesture of a bonding or commitment between two people, and was often in the form of chains and bracelets. So not a ring just yet. So in the beginning, it was chains and bracelets. So this eventually evolved to the use of the symbolic ring. In ancient Egypt, the sun and the moon gods, which were related to home and hearth, were both feared and worshipped. So a ring was given as a symbol of these spirits, in which the endless circle of the ring showed the eternal nature of the bond, while the open, like if you look at it through the opening, the open center was meant to be a doorway to things unknown. So it may be a little bit fearful. And because we never know what the future holds, every day is a new experience. So hopefully it is a good future for all of us. So this tradition of giving a ring was later adopted by the Greeks. after Alexander the Great conquered Egypt. And up to this time, betrothal rings were generally made out of hemp, leather, bone, and ivory. And after some time, the early Romans started using metal rings instead of these organic materials. And the wedding rings were mostly created from iron, which was the metal of choice back then. And if a man was to give a gold or silver ring, it was to prove that he trusted his wife with this valuable property. And it also meant that you were of high status. So these early rings were worn on the fourth finger, so that we know as the ring finger, on the left hand. And the placement of the ring was significant because Romans believed that a vein in the fourth finger, the vena amoris, ran directly to the heart. So for Romans, betrothal rings were given as a sign of affection or friendship, and it did not always represent the promise of marriage. So it wasn't until 1215 when Pope Innocent III, one of the most powerful popes of the Middle Ages, declared a waiting period between the betrothal and the marriage ceremony. So this was the beginning of the engagement ring. So this ring was used to signify the couple's commitment to each other in that waiting period, as well as a faithful token of an intention to marry. So it was around this time that rings were introduced as a major component of the wedding ceremony, and it was mandated by the Roman government that all marriage ceremonies be held in a church. So the type of engagement ring that was given was a representation of social rank, since only the elite were permitted to wear ornate rings or rings with colored gemstones. So at this time, they didn't use diamonds yet. So they used these colored stones, and this meant that they were of some sort of high status or maybe royalty. So the first recorded presentation of a diamond engagement ring was in 1477 when Archduke Maximilian of Austria proposed marriage to Mary of Burgundy. And although engagement rings were common at this time, diamonds were a rarity and reserved for royalty and the upper elite class. So again, showing status. So the long history of jewelry and diamonds, meaning love and commitment, as well as showing elite status, is the basis for our need to give and wear jewelry today. So like I mentioned before, according to those hierarchy of needs, or Maslow's hierarchy of needs, jewelry is located in the middle. So is used for self-esteem and status and love and belonging, which today has a much broader meaning and symbolism than it did in the past, right? You know, we're in the 21st century here, so a lot of things are very laxed. So today, jewelry in itself is a potential for great aesthetic pleasure. It's actually the highest form of aesthetic pleasure, more than any other material like paintings, statues, or other manufactured possessions like cars or houses or things like that. And this is because we love to look at it. We love its dancing sparkle. It mesmerizes us when we look at it, and it gives off so many colors, every color of the rainbow. You know, diamonds have that dispersion that dances all around. And as a result, people adorn themselves with diamonds and jewelry as a way to get human attention, fulfilling their need of love and belonging. So we feel special when we wear jewelry. Our outfit is more complete when we wear jewelry. And who doesn't love a compliment on their jewelry, right? Especially when you're engaged, people congratulate you. They tell you how beautiful it is. You know, you're going around showing everybody, and they tell you how lucky you are, or sometimes ask where you got it. And this attention really makes you feel so special, right? So diamonds and jewelry is also needed to celebrate something symbolic or commemorate an occasion. So giving diamonds and jewelry has become a common gift to mark a special time in your life, an achievement, or celebrations like anniversaries, birthdays, holidays, graduation, and these are just to name a few. And this is why we place so many feelings into these possessions, into jewelry, into diamonds, because you remember where you were, who you were with, what you were celebrating, maybe even what you wore. And having that jewelry to wear now is a constant warmth and physical reminder of that memorable time. And another need for jewelry that studies show is really the most important is that it is the biggest symbol that for your personality. And throughout your life, your personality may change and your tastes may change. You know, you change your style. You know, you don't have the same style that you did in the 1970s, you know, 1980s. We used to tease our hair, the 1990s. So our styles change, our clothes change, our hairs change, and your jewelry changes throughout your life. So this may be a result of you growing up, you know, so your tastes change while you're growing up as a person, or maybe because social trends change. You know, things go in and out of trend during each decade. So whatever the reason, you'll always gravitate to a style that you're attracted to and that represents who you are at that given time. So your personality may be big and bold, or maybe small and simple. Maybe it's colorful with a lot of different colored gemstones. Maybe you like uniformity in color and to exactly match your outfit. I know my mom matches all of her jewelry with whatever color she's wearing that particular day. Maybe you like just diamond jewelry, or maybe you like just gold. So whatever it is, it's an expression of your style, your personality, and your identity. So since jewelry holds so much symbolism and so much emotion, it's a big tradition to pass it down to the next generation as a bond from the giver, maybe your mother or grandmother, to the recipient, maybe their child or grandchild. So some pass down their engagement ring to be used in their child's new marriage, to be kept in the family and treasured. And some may pass it down after death as a memorable heirloom. But if you have jewelry that symbolizes something negative, like in the case of divorce or a breakup, many start to think that jewelry is jinxed or bad luck. So in these cases, I highly recommend repurposing the stones in these negative pieces to create something new and positive. And as a gemologist, I'm here to tell you that these gemstones and diamonds were made billions of years ago with their own unique properties, and they are part of the earth and the universe. And all of these precious stones and metals only have positive vibrations that can positively affect you physically, spiritually, and emotionally, each in different ways. And they have the highest energy of any other material that you have in your life, any other more than any man-made possession that you have, like a car, a house, a painting, things like that. Because they were created just like us in nature, right? So they create this harmony and balance that's needed in your life, needed for health, needed for a calmer, peaceful inner spirit, and needed for emotional release, that cathartic release, which brings closure, confidence, freedom, and the best of all, joy and enlightenment. So by keeping these valuable stones and setting them in a completely new, different, transformative way, you not only preserve all these positive powers, but the intrinsic value will also increase and it'll be worth more money. So by transforming these painful pieces, you're creating something special and positive just for you and your new identity. And part of creating that new self-identity is reclaiming your style and creating jewelry that now symbolizes your celebrations and what you want to commemorate. And according to, and then I read an article in Style magazine and Style Studies that report that more women, more than ever, recognize their personal and professional milestones independent of their relationship status. So they like to buy jewelry and diamonds to treat themselves and to fulfill that self-love and reward themselves, because you deserve it, right? Then by creating those positive intentions for the new piece, all of that positive energy cleanses the negative emotion that you had for the old piece. And it really re-energizes the stones, the metal, and your connection with the universe. So you're really off to a fresh start. I want to show you some pieces that were transformed from, this was my client's mother's engagement ring, and it really wasn't her style, so she changed it. Oops, sorry, wrong picture. Sorry, I have the wrong slides. Let me get it again. 1 second. Sorry guys, I had the wrong slides there. I want to show you these really cool transformations that we made with her jewelry. So, sorry, this is the engagement ring, and this is what we created for her with the entwined ring that's in the Connections collection on the website. So we took those stones, and she's more of a abstract kind of person and likes to vary the different sizes and things like that. So we created this ring, customized it just for her. And then this is a wedding set that my client had, this 5-stone band and this 3-stone ring. And she really loved her jewelry, and it was sitting in her drawer for about 8 years. And she wanted to be able to wear these diamonds, but they were painful memories for her. So we made these beautiful dangling earrings from the wedding band, and we used this bond ring from the Connections collection that we customized using her center diamond. And she loves it. Now she can wear it all the time and be happy with this, because it really represents who she is, where she's come, you know, after all those years after divorce. So the reasons we wear jewelry are many. So whether you're buying or wearing diamonds and jewelry to honor your commitment to a new marriage, remember a family member, or celebrating yourself, the basic needs of love and belonging, self-esteem, and status are really still there. And if you have a diamond story that you want to share, or if you have diamond jewelry you want to repurpose into something new and meaningful, feel free to DM me and I'll be happy to help you. I want to share any diamond story that you guys have. And also, if you want to fulfill your need for attention, DM me and I will give you the link to my free jewelry guide, Get Compliments, How to Connect to Your Unique Jewelry Style. So in the group, I've been posting links to blogs that go more into the diamond qualities like color, clarity, cut. And so I'm going to keep posting those. So I hope you guys watch those and get well informed with diamonds, so that when you go shop for one, that you're not as intimidated and you know what to look for when you shop for it. And I will see you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Bye.